Welcome, people, to the Tune In and Tone podcast with me and co-host Sophie Rosenberg. And on today's first episode, we're kind of just going to give a small introduction on us and our journey so far. So,
Nice.
Sophie,
Yep.
tell me a bit about your journey, where you started and
Okay.
where you've come.
Cool. So I'm Sophie, also known as SLR Coaching, online coach, PT, etc. I've been in the gym for 5-6 years now, taking it seriously for like 3/4. Started as, typical skinny girl, probably weighed around 53 kilos at my lightest, like seriously skinny.
Yeah.
I know you can sort of relate to that in some way. Very insecure about, how I looked. Got into the gym, loved it. And then it's just picked up from there. Got myself a coach into bodybuilding with plans to compete next year. Natural figure, so like WMBF, like natural bodybuilding next year with my coach.
Always on bodybuilding? Always been about bodybuilding from the get-go?
I think I tried to dabble in powerlifting. You're going to laugh at that. At the start, because the girl who got me into the gym, Grace, shout out Grace, she did powerlifting. So she was all about squat, bench, deadlift. Yeah. And me as like a 5 foot, well, I tell people I'm 5'8", but I'm 5'7". Me as a 5'7" girl with long limbs trying to squat, it just looked rough.
Yeah, not the one.
Sorry.
Not built for it.
No, not built for it. So I dabbled in powerlifting. Yeah. When I say powerlifting,
a little bit.
And then just fell in love with bodybuilding. I don't know what, I think it was more social media that got me into it.
6 years ago. Where was that?
Yeah.
2018. Yeah, that's like...
We were at uni. Were we
2018?
or college?
No, I was gap year.
Was you a gap year?
Gap year, yeah.
Went and found yourself in Asia, gap year.
No. Well, right. And then myself just worked out a little bit longer. I started when I was 16, so going on to nearly 8 years now, which all seems quite a long time. Yeah. Did it everything the wrong way. So for the first 4 or 5 years, I started at a similar position. I was like 52 kilos, like 5'9". Built quite a good foundation just from doing loads of crap. Yeah, like loads of crap. Like I don't think didn't deadlift, squat, or bench press for the first year of gym. I didn't even hit free weights.
You don't need to squat, bench, deadlift.
I know, but literally, I don't even know anything about it.
No, I know. I did different workouts every week.
Yeah, because when I started, I used to do. So the first 6 months, the first 6 months of gym, and I still made progress because I just decided,
just train hard. Train hard.
I went around every single machine and did one set until whatever weight it felt like.
Did you failure, or you just went fuck it too?
I can't remember. I'd just be like, a machine. Oh, this weight looks alright. No warm ups, nothing. Just
straight in.
Yeah, and then probably trained properly, like efficient for the last 3-4 years, because I did powerlifting first at like uni and got really into that because I was just naturally quite strong, so I just used that. And then recently, that would have been into bodybuilding.
I like that as well. I've always told you from the start, since I've met you, that you have a really good genetics for bodybuilding. Like he'd be so good at bodybuilding, and now he's actually listened to my advice for once.
For the last 12 weeks, it's all right.
12 weeks. Do you think you will? Because I know you and Finn were talking that if you got in near to stage condition, there would be a potential for you to like step on stage after your photo shoot.
Not this year. Not this year. Because I was speaking to Finn. Finn, by the way, is my current coach at the moment. Finn Kelly, shout out to him. And I was saying, if I'm going to compete, I want to at least be like top 3. I want to win. And he was like, honestly, mate, no, like you're 9th, 10th position. You're there. You're competitive. But it's like, because first, trained bodybuilding for 3 months, 12 weeks?
Yeah.
I can't expect to be like,
long, muscle maturity.
Yes.
And you can definitely tell that you've got really good foundations.
Yes.
But you can tell that you've not trained for bodybuilding.
No, I've always been powerlifting.
Yeah.
I've never looked sick until
also,
now.
shout out to Finn for being so honest with you.
Yeah. Well, I told him,
No, but it's true though. He could have been like, oh yeah, like we'll do that. On. And then he could have been like, oh Joao, yeah, you might place. You fucking get there and you're like 10th.
Yes.
You'd be fuming.
Yeah, because I'm like that.
You want to win.
Yeah, I've always
want to win.
If I compete, it has to be like that.
It's very similar with me. Like I could have stepped on stage this year, but at the same time, growing my business, like how to do all of that at the same time, it's a lot. And I also know that like there's nothing. It's only going to benefit me if I take a year out. I'm only going to be in a surplus for longer. I'm only going to grow more muscle. Then I'm going to look better and place higher next year.
So it works out.
It's a no-brainer.
Same thing with me. Like literally, we talked about it, and we're like, yeah, you could now, but might as well pack on some more muscle, get into the proper bodybuilding style training. So I'm guessing I'm going to give that a go now.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. Do you reckon after this, since you're staying with Finn,
yes,
you've such a good run, and this is your, because I'm very pro every coach should have a coach. How has working with Finn?
Oh, I'm staying with him. 100%.
No, but how is that like? Because I know before you didn't have a coach.
Yeah,
I've always been every coach should have a coach. I'm very pro it, but you never had one. How do you think working with Finn has made you feel about having a coach yourself?
Yeah, well, I feel like everyone should have a coach. First of all, I should like coaches have coaches. Yeah, because I feel like we spend so much time coaching other people, but
our coaching takes a back seat.
Yes, 100%. I noticed that the first 6 months of my business, I was like, I was happy with my physique. The good thing is I trained for 6-7 years. Otherwise, I'd have been done for. I was like, because I was just, training wasn't there.
No, definitely something I've struggled with as well.
But yeah, I'm going to give it, I'll say at least a good solid go for the next 9 to 12 months. The thing is, I still love lifting big. That's my issue. At the end of the day, I do love a good bench. I do love a good squat and deadlift. And having not done that,
you still leg deadlift. I know it's.
Oh, it's not the same. Not the same. And
especially when you're doing 8 to 12 reps.
Yeah,
it's deadlift.
It's gas. Yeah.
Cardio.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a go though. See how far I can take it. Because I feel like powerlifting, I got to the point where I was good. I didn't have elite genetics for it, but I was good enough to be competitive. And it was either I go on gear, I go on steroids, and try, and just possibly ruin my life, or
for sure,
I just try something different. And I was like, let's try something different. Why not?
Sure.
But yeah. Anyways, let's go into
That's a bit about us.
most embarrassing moment. Let's finish off with that.
In the gym.
In the gym, yes. Not in the whole in the gym.
In real life, I've had a lot. Most embarrassing moment in the gym. I'll let you go first, Joao, because yours is funny.
Okay.
Yours is
mine's recent. Mine's what 8-9 months ago. On the Smith machine, you know how you unrack the machine and all that. So I finished doing a shoulder press on the bench. I racked it, obviously not properly, and I was resting my phone. Bear in mind, there's 80 kilos on it, and out of nowhere, a bar from top height slams on my head. I passed out for maybe 3-4 seconds, laid on the floor, woke up, and I was like, that hurt.
In fact, no one came to check on him.
Yeah, no one checked. I looked up and I was like, what just happened? Because I just had a blackout for 4 seconds.
No one came to check on you. There's a gym full of people, and they were just
they're like, you alright?
This proves that no one cares what you do in the gym. Joao's just been knocked out by 80 kilos, fucking on the floor like that.
Could be dead.
No one looks twice.
Could be dead. So he's alright.
No one looks twice.
Yeah.
Oh god.
But yeah.
Is mine not a bit TMI?
Nah, that's fine. Go for it.
Yeah, but normally it's a sick. Okay, cool. So I piss myself in the gym.
Just go. I was going to say for you.
Oh, I've just said it.
Yeah, but how? Explain.
Yeah, but most people have cool things. They're like, I did it when I was deadlifting 150 kilos. Mine was on their fucking adductor machine. It's not even that crazy. You know, you go like that.
And that's
it. I was just fucking pushing so hard. I was like,
it's a one-time thing.
Yeah, one time. Happens every week. I've now had to take the adductor out of my training session.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, I don't think I've had that many. I probably have in my early days. If other people are looking at me, 100%. Yeah. My training must have been appalling. I said first 2 years because like I said, you did the right thing. You went with a coach straight away. Sure. Yeah. She's an example of she went with a coach from the get-go. I didn't get a coach. Yeah. For a long time. I learned the hard way.
This is what we'll touch on. I had a PT and then I had a coach.
Okay.
I think we should touch on the differences between someone you see in the gym once a week for an hour.
Yes.
And then you don't have a program outside of it to follow, and then you kind of just do here, there, or wherever. But then obviously when I started with Miles, that was when I've seen the most progress. Surely from just doing following a program, specialized program, nutritional help. The difference between a PT that you see for an hour in the gym, you say goodbye and you do whatever. Yeah. So a coach who's more lifestyle orientated.
Well, he's there with you the whole journey. Every day he's checking up on you.
Fact.
That's the whole point of a coach.
And that's what we do. Yes. That's why we call ourselves. I like to call myself a coach over a PT.
Yeah, same.
Over a PT. Yeah. Because the work that we do is far more invested.
Yes. Might
be a little bit than just a PT.
Yeah, 100%. 100. Yeah, I agree that, and I feel PT is good if you don't know what rep sets or a shoulder press is.
Good introductory.
Yes.
Good introductory.
I feel the first month or two, if you're full beginning, first month,
just form, isn't it?
4 sessions, and then off you go.
Off you go.
It's get into the proper long term and goals because you'll make more progress that way.
Fact.
I think that's the way. Yeah.
For sure.
We're good.
Last question.
Last question. What should we say?
What should we say? Something to tease the next episode.
Something to tease the next episode. Ooh.
Controversial opinions.
I don't know. I haven't thought this far. We haven't thought. We're literally raw. Like.
I actually think we've done quite well. It's rolled off really easy.
Yeah. I'm thinking of an outro right now to tell them.
Of who?
An outro. Outro?
Jeez, your prep brain. Like, Joel's doing like a photo shoot prep. And obviously, bear in mind, we spend those days together. We've had the same conversation multiple times. He just doesn't remember that we've spoken about something. And you've lived off caffeine. The amount of monsters I've given you, like Joao John a monster.
Yeah.
Joao John a coffee. Like, but no,
caffeine
I think
addict,
you've done really well, mate. Like, especially to balance the photo shoot prep, the amount of clients that you have now. Like, you've done really well. So you should be proud of yourself, definitely.
Yeah, thank you.
No worries.
Yeah. All right. So, finish up. How do people finish off podcasts?
Fucking first episode done.
All right, first episode done. See ya. Good.
First episode done. See ya.
See ya. Typical YouTuber.
Stay tuned for